We've got DJ Washburn here.
That's what
with all the chips.
Cash.
Oh,
I just
with
took
all
everything
the
from
chips.
this casino.
Take everything. He makes 2,000 every single day. He's a millionaire.
Like 5,000. Every day.
Every day.
Every day. Every day.
What a legend. We've got DJ Washburn in the house. Yes, he's a DJ, YouTuber, and some of the biggest cash game players, and played with some of the biggest names in some of the biggest and sweatiest games in poker. He also featured in Hustler Casino Live, which is one of my dream places to play poker, maybe in a few years' time. He's such a personality, and please check out his YouTube channel as well and give him a thumbs up. Before battling with him today though, we're going to visit the Moore Farm. The pumpkin season, so we're going to first pick up some pumpkins, just like when we flop the nuts. Our heart is pumping. We're also going to feed some greatest of all time, goat. And then shoot some air balls before hitting the nuts. And then fire some loose cannon, apple cannons. And then dive into a corn maze. And then ride on some bad bees. And then have a race with ducks. Hello, my name is Joe the Donk, and I'm trying to make $50 per hour playing 1-3 Texas Hold'em. After a brutal losing session, can we recover? We buy in for 1,000, which is the table max, and let's dive straight into the action. First hand we play, we pick up pocket 8 under the gun and open to $10, +1 and middle position calls. Flop is unbelievable, it's 8 Jack Ace Rainbow. Yes, after a dull previous session where we won exactly 2 hands in 5 hours, we come back strong, blocking a set, the first hand we play. We check our entire range out of position 3 ways, and action unfortunately goes Czech Republic. Turns an offsuit 7, completing the rainbow. 9-10 gets there, but we can't be too worried about that. I bet $25, only the +1 player calls, with only 100 behind. Rivers 6, doesn't change anything. No decisions here, I go all in for +1's remaining $100, he snap calls. Oops, he's got 9-10. While I'm slowly fast rolling my cards, he rolled over his cards with extreme confidence and tenacity. I was expecting 9-10 for sure, but he turned over King-Queen offsuit. I was confused and looking for a straight. That's when he also realized that he didn't have a straight. And he was clearly frustrated and said, I thought I had a straight. Ouch, unlucky mistake by him. But we start our day strong, flopping a set the first hand we play, and somehow got paid. Really unlucky man. Next hand there are 2 limps, middle position makes it $20 to go, cutoff makes the call. I'm on the button with pocket 10s, we could go either way. There's some dead money in the middle with the cutoff just flatting the $20 raise, which adds incentives to a free bet. However, free betting is also a bit dicey as middle position has a limping range, so his ISO range is a bit stronger. Given that the blinds are relatively passive players and I am also on the button, I took the safer option and just opted to flat. Small blind and under the gun limper also comes along. We flop a set in the first hand we played, can we do it again? Nope. But it's even better as the flop is Queen 10 Queen. We flop a boat. Action checks to me, I bet $40, only the underground player calls. Turns an 8, Jack 9 gets there, and of course we hope he has that. Checks to me, I bet 175. After a bit of tanking, underground does not fold, does not call, but instead goes all in for $600. Yes, we lose to Queen 8 and one last combo of Queen 10. But if he's ever doing this with just a naked Queen or Jack 9, I just have to call. So after just 3 seconds of tanking or nit rolling, you can hear me say,
If I lose, this is a cooler anyway.
I put in the call, opponent shows Queen 9 for trips, plus a gut shot that's no good. And indeed, it's a cooler, except we are on the winning end. River's a 6, and we scoop a massive pot in a cooler situation, plus we win the high hand of $200, which we add to our stack. Off to a flyer. One more bit later, we pick up Queen 10 of clubs in the cutoff and opens to $10. Only the big blind calls. Flop is, again, amazing. 10-10-6 with 2 hearts. We are smashing the deck today. Checks to me, I c-bet $10. Usually in position, I would c-bet very small on paired boards, especially if the paired card is higher than the unpaired card. Because on this board, 6-7 is drawing close to dead, whereas if it's 6-6-10, Ace-10 is more likely to stick around, as the 10 is a clean out. Anyways, that being said, with the flush draw, I think a slightly bigger size of half pot is good. So I bet half pot of $10 and big blind calls. Turns the Jack of Spades, doesn't really change anything except Jack 10 gets there. Big blind checks, I bet $30 for value, targeting flush draws, Jack X of hearts, flush and straight draws, etc. My opponent, however, thinks $30 is not enough and raises to $90. This is getting uncomfortable now. Turn check raises are usually quite nutted, and our hand downgrades to a strong bluff catcher, I would say. However, we still beat some value hands like 9-10, 10-8 for worse trips. And whenever you are in a bluff catching situation, if there is a chance that your opponent is betting with worse, I think you just have to be stubborn and make the call. So that's what I do. I make the call feeling uncomfortable to the river. River is the ace of hearts, completing the front door flush draw. Big blind bets $150. At this point, we beat nothing. Flush draw gets there if he's bluffing with that. I don't think 9-10 or 10-8 would bet this size when the flush comes in, as he would be at least somewhat worried that we river the flush. We lose to everything we already lose to. My mind has already folded. I tanked a little bit just using the time to accept the reality and finally mugged my hand. Opponent's nice enough to show that he had King 10, which had us slightly beat. Kudos to us for saving $150. Money saved is money earned, I guess. Well, we still lost a significant pot. Let's shrug it off and move on. Next interesting hand, we pick up Ace King off on the button. Underground limps for $3, plus one next to act also limps for $3. I made it $20 to go, and here is where the hand goes haywire. Under the gun puts in $20 and then goes all in for more than $200. It was a string all in, so the floor ruled it as just a call. And it does not stop here. Under the gun plus one then legitimately goes all in for $470. What? A limped pot suddenly becomes more than $500. This just doesn't make sense. The plus one player has a pocket pair at best with his over limping line. Under the gun is the player I am worried about the most, as he could be doing that dreaded limp re-raise with pocket aces. After a little bit of thought, with Ace King off and just $20 invested, although this might be a slightly plus EV spot, I decided to let my hand go and look for a better plus EV spot, but lower variance. And the weirdness does not stop here. Under the gun plus one, under the gun player snap folds Ace Deuce of diamonds face up. What? And the under the gun plus one player claims that he has queens, but never showed. This hand is so weird and confusing, but welcome to 1-3, goofy things happen. Next interesting hand, we're in the cutoff again, with Ace Jack off this time. I open to $10 and big blind makes the call. Flop is 3 king jack rainbow. Big blind checks, I bet $10. Big blind check min raises to $20. I know I'm probably beat, but the price is so good to draw for a jack or an ace. So I make the donk call. And we bink the jack on the turn. Big blind bets $20 again with around $100 behind. There's no decision here, I go all in. He cycles, which we know we are good. River is an inconsequential 6. I show and big blind shows king 3 for flop 2 pairs. We got very lucky. We pick up our first premium pair tonight. My second favorite hand in Texas Hold'em, king offsuit in the big blind. Under the gun raises to 12, I 3-bet to 55, and he makes the call. He has around 300 behind. Just FYI, Under the gun is an OMC gentleman, but he is in the hole for a lot for today, which comes into play. Flop is again above average. It's king 10 jack with 2 spades. In 3-bet pots out of position, my default strategy is to check range, especially on wet and dynamic boards. We check, but he checks back. Thinking back, this is an autopilot mistake. Because the reason we want to range check in 3-bet pots out of position, even as the pre-flop aggressor on wet and dynamic boards, is because our opponent is likely to stack too much. And because Under the gun is an OMC, meaning that he is on the passive side, it is less likely he is stabbing too much. So versus this opponent and with this stack depth, the most profitable play is to go bet with this hand and get the money in. Anyways, action goes check, and we take a turn. Turn is the 3 of diamonds, a complete brick. I bet $75 and he goes all in for 267. When OMC goes all in, oh damn it, I will let you see my reaction at the moment. It's classic.
All in.
Fuck.
Fuck has been announced.
Fuck. I'm never dead, but fuck. How much is that? Please. Thank you. I beat some value. I mean, I
267 total.
yeah. Pair the board. For the high hand.
No, it's 275, 67, you get $8.
I make the call, hoping for the board to pair for the $200 high hand as well, in addition to the pot. And the OMC gentleman is really nice, says good call, and flips over 9-8 of hearts for a bluff. Of course, I fast roll my cards, but oh boy, am I getting punished for nit rolling the old gentleman. I said it before the river card roll out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You get $8 back, we'll just take that for now.
I get punished for nit rolling, I guess. Oh.
Yep, the river card is the queen, and he makes a straight. I indeed got punished for nit rolling the old gentleman.
Is it? I get punished for nit rolling.
Yeah. Wow, that's a bad straight.
But we now know even OMCs bluff when they are down for the night, right? Do you guys think this is a snap call or snap fold, maybe? I don't know. Please let me know. After losing a big pot with kings, our stacks dwindled down further after being a bit card dead and losing a few small pots. That's when we pick up a playable king-jack offsuit in the cutoff. I open to $10, the big blind calls. Big blind is the player that had king 3 before, where we turned trips with ace-jack. So his range is extremely wide. Flop is King 10-7 Rainbow. Big blind checks, I bet $10. He calls. When he calls the $10, I know he is probably capped, but I'm keeping in my mind that although this board is connected, but there's no flush draw, so it's less wet and dynamic, so traps could still exist at a small frequency. Anyways, we take a turn. Turn is a 5, doesn't change anything except completing 7-5 for 2 pairs. Because Big Blind had King 3 in the previous hand, he could have all the worst kings, all the 10s, which are capped but inelastic. 8-9 is also quite inelastic, so I put out a big bet, just targeting his capped but inelastic range. I bet 40 and he calls. River is another 5, which is a really good card, as it's less likely I'm beat by 7-5. I bet $70, just making sure 10x calls and he snap calls. We show and we know we're good. I think we should have gone bigger on the river, just targeting his weaker kings. His weaker kings will probably call a $150 bet. Since the board is paired, people tend to get sticky on paired boards. So I think we missed out on lots of value here, and it's definitely something I need to work on better for my game. Anyways, we finally drag a significant pot for 2 hours. Next hand, I probably played like a donk, spoiler alert. We pick up 6-7 offsuit in the big blind. Under the gun limps, the only non-recreational player on the button limps. Small blind completes and I check my option in the big blind. Flop is 6-7-3 Rainbow. Multi-way pot, out of position, I'm checking range here. Action checks to the button who bets $15. Small blind calls the $15. This is relatively large bet. We could be behind lots of hands. Button has all the threes in his range as well as maybe some 4-5 suited. I think racing here would be a bit of overplay multi-ways. I make the call and undergun also calls. Turns the Queen of Spades. This is a total brick unless someone has Queen 7 suited, which there is only 2 combos left of that. Checks to the button who bets $30 this time. This is a smaller bet geometric wise than the flop bet, which makes me feel a bit more comfortable. Small blind calls the 30. I'm still proceeding limped multi-way pots with extreme caution and just calls. Under the gun folds. 3-way to a river, which is very interesting. It's the 4 of hearts. Small blind checks, I check. Button this time bets $30 again. Small blind quickly folds. This is an interesting spot. We're still very deep. Button never has a straight here with this $30 bet. This screams set like pocket threes and it's going for thin value. Button is a thinking player and knows that I'm tight. So if his range never contains a straight, I think making a big boy raise here, turning my 2 pair into a bluff, and make the button range fold is the most profitable play. Although I'm just targeting pocket threes, which is a very narrow range, but I still think it's more profitable than calling. Anyways, I made it 140 to go. Button smiles and says, "You rivered a straight, right?" and quickly folds. I don't know if bluffing with a strong 2 pair is the correct play. Please let me know if it's a donk play or a good play. Alright, last hand of the night, we pick up our 3rd favorite hand in Texas Hold'em, Queen of suit. We are undergun +1, undergun limps. I made it $20 to go. Button min clicks to $35. I'm confused. I don't know what's going on here. Underground folds, I just make the call. I mean, there's definitely arguments for 4-bet, but whenever you are confused, proceed with caution. We have flopped so many sets and full houses today with our pocket pairs. Can we do it again? Well, we cannot. We do not flop a set, and we do not flop a full house. But instead, we flop Quads. Yes, quads. The flop is the magical Queen 8 Queen. This is the first time I flop quads. My heart is pumping, and we check. Button makes a big bet of $50. We know Button does not have a queen, so what's his range? Will he bet an overpair like this? Probably not. So his range is pocket 8, which will get all the money by the river anyway, or a bluff. Usually recreational players do not bluff enough in these spots, but Button is down a lot for the day, so he could be steaming. Anyways, versus a range of pocket 8s or a bluff, the best play is to just call. Turns an inconsequential deuce. I check, Button bets $100. In a moment, I definitely put him on a bluff, as I don't think aces or kings are betting this size on this board. So again, I just made the call. River's not good, it's another deuce. It's not a good card because if he has pocket 8, he is less likely to put more money in the pot. I checked a third time and he snap bets $300 with 55 behind. No decision here. At this point, I have zero idea what his range is, as I have all the queens. I go all in for 55 more. He snap calls, I show, and he shows pocket kings. What? Unlucky man. That's it for tonight. We changed table, played a couple more hands, but no significant pots. For the most part, we are only heater tonight with all the sets, full houses, trips, and ultimately quads, and got paid. We buy in for 1,000 and cash out for 2507, which makes us a profit of 1507. My total results are shown up here. If you like my content, please hit a like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day. Every day.